Hi everyone, this is Betty McKnitt here. I'm going to keep going with the 6-day Supernova with the Ridgy Didge stripe that I started last night. And I'm going to get right to it and see how far I get. Last night I started from the very beginning. I'm trying to go really super slow for all of you and to make sure that you're able to follow along. And this will be in my replays in my YouTube forever and ever, so you can always go back there and watch it and follow along. And like I said, I'm just doing my best to go super slow so you can work right along with me. And this is just the second day, so if you haven't started yet, you can always start. Don't worry about getting caught up. Don't worry about doing it in 6 days. I know that's what the pattern says, but it's not really meant to be a challenge, so it's really okay if you don't. Hi Amy, yeah, I just came on. So here's what I did. Hi Beverly. Let's see, let me close that. And for TikTok, let's see. Now it says I'm supposed to be able to interact. So I still don't know how to do this. I am a moderator on my other device, and let me see, retry, auto, theater mode, orientation, picture in picture, full screen, and volume. So I must not have done it properly because I meant to put a poll on this live, and I'm not seeing it showing up. But I was trying to do a poll so that you could click on that and get all your questions answered about the stuff. The poll is there, so you can see it. Okay, Amy, so you're a moderator, so try clicking it and see what happens. Can you click it? Can you make it come up? So it should come up and it should say, where do you see it? Because I don't see it. You click on interact and then poll. I don't have interact. Maybe it's just because of the device. So do it. Click on interact and then poll, and then bottom. Well, you're a moderator, so I'm asking you if you can do it, if you're able to, and then see if it comes up. And it should come up and say, it's not a real poll. It just has, yeah, I don't have that option. I don't have that interact option next to the rows. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't know why. Yeah, but click it and start it. So, and start the poll. Start it. Is there a way to start it or post it or show it? Yeah. So click it and show it to everybody. Am I the only person that can't click it? I don't know. I don't have an option to interact, and so I don't okay. Okay, great. So, I mean, it's there, but only you can see it. All right, it is what it is. Let's see if my camera will come on tonight, and I'll just get started crocheting. Here we go. So this is how far I got last night. There you go. Yes. She started the poll. Great. So anyone can click that, I guess, and if you click the poll, it should have all the information, the everything that I'm doing. I don't know if that's the right way to do that, but that's how I did it. Okay. So let's see. Last night I started at the beginning and I did all the setup rounds, and then I went from round, I did the first round 2 through 7, first 6 rows. So the 6-day blanket is always going to be 2 rows of granny, a row of single crochet, and 2 rows of double crochet, and then a row of single crochet. And that's where I left off. So then the pattern says repeat rounds 2 through 6, and then proceed to round 7A. So for here up through the second repeat, it's still the same as the star blanket. So I'm just going to keep going and see if I get through round 2 through 6, and then I can show 7A. So it starts with chain 2, double crochet 2 together, cluster in the same stitch, skip 2, 3 double crochet. Hey, how's it going? What's up, Miss Mari? How you been? You need to see 5 again. You can't get it going. Did you slip stitch at the beginning of the row? Because remember, there's a slip stitch to join, and then there's another slip stitch at the beginning of the round. You haven't crocheted in too long. You were really going crazy with the hats and stuff last year. Didn't you make a balaclava? Okay. It's just the same as this row 2 down here, except now instead of having 2 clusters in between, I'm going to have 4. Okay, skip 2, and then looks like I only did 3 in the peak. I haven't done any hats in a really long time. One time I did this thing called Hattober, and then I got sick. I'm going to stop planning month-long projects because I end up getting sick. That's what happened last month. And that's why I'm doing this Supernova in October when it was supposed to be Stash Bust September. Okay, so we're doing 3, 3, 3 in the third of the 4 stitches in the peak. And then skip 2 going down. 1, 2. And then 3 double crochet in the next. And let's see what the pattern says. It says you keep repeating. Whoops. The skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, and you make the last one 2 stitches from the bottom. Someone says, do you have a video of the very first stitch in the Supernova? Yeah, I did it last night. So the replay is on my YouTube. The very first stitch is you chain 4 and join in a ring. Okay, so the last one is 2 stitches from the center valley stitch. That's that one. And that's going to have a double crochet 3 together. Okay, so that's how this round is going to look. It's going to be double crochet 3 together in the center of the valley, and then skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times, skip 2, 3, 3, 3, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 3 double crochet in the next, and then double crochet 3 together. Mari, I use Furl's Odyssey hooks, but they discontinued them. So they're really hard to get now. If they weren't really hard to get, they were having supply chain issues for like years, a couple of years, and then I think their supplier ended up going out of business or retiring or whatever, their maker. So they decided just to discontinue them. The only thing I would suggest is to try like this. There's a swap group on Facebook, but even there, as soon as somebody puts up a Furl's Odyssey hook, it's like gone. So I would just, watch it very closely for until you get the one you want. And now people are saying they want to trade them. They discontinued the Odyssey and these other hooks that they made called candy shops. I never got into the candy shops because I really like the Odysseys. And they're expensive hooks, so you don't just go collecting them, Yeah, they're very popular. I think they're going to try and, make a new hook or come up with a new version or find, I don't know. But for now, they discontinued them. They sold all the rest that they had left. A couple of months ago, I had gone into that group and because I had not been able to buy a new Furls in a long time. And so I went into the swap group and I bought a bunch off of this girl. And then she came back a week or so later and she was like, hey, I have some more before I post them in the group. Do you want them? So I got lucky with that and I got a few more from that interaction. Skip 2 and 3 double crochet 3 together in the center valley. Yeah. Sometimes it pays to be nice. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be nice. But that time it paid. She was just like, oh, Betty, you're so sweet, but I paid. When she invoiced me, I paid it. So when she had more to sell, she was just like, hey, I have some more. And she had some I didn't want also, or they weren't the right size for me. So, yeah, I didn't take those, but I took all the hooks that she had in like the sizes G, H, I, and J, and K, and N. I think I bought an N and an M off of her. I don't really use those sizes that much, but she was really nice, so I bought those from her. Skip 2, and then 3, 3, 3 in the peak. So it should always work out that it's skip 2 the whole way around. If you're not able to skip 2 and have it work out, then you got to go back and count your stitches and make sure you did the right number of stitches on the rows below. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, all the way down. On this round, this is my second repeat of round 2. You should have 4 sets of 3 double crochet going down either side and up the other side. Hey Ladybird, I'm doing the 6-day supernova. If you click the poll, it has all the information. How did I get into crochet originally? I was like 6 or 7 years old, and my grandmother and my aunts were always doing it. My mom did it a little bit too. My mom's the kind of crocheter that when she sees something she wants to make, she goes and gets the yarn and she makes it, and then that's it. But my aunts and my grandmother were always doing always working on something, knitting, crocheting, and so I learned how to do it from them. It's the 6-day supernova. Everything, if you click the poll, all the information is there. It's the 6-day supernova. It's free on my website, bettymcknit.com. The information's in the poll. The yarn that I'm using and everything. I'm making a 12-point star blanket with chunky bloom. Ooh, that sounds cool. Make sure you tag me. Wow, that's awesome. Such a long time. Yep, almost 50 years. So I learned how to crochet when I was really little, but my grandmother was the only one that knitted. And I liked the way that knitted fabric looks. So she taught me how to knit. And it didn't really stick, but later in life I picked it up and I was a knitting fool for a while. That was all I did. And there was this, it's still kind of like this, but there was a time when it was like, ew, crochet is, for those other people, but knitting is for the better people, and we don't use that kind of yarn. So for a little while, I was, in that place where I was like, oh, I knit, I don't crochet that much anymore. But if I wanted to make something like a blanket, then I would crochet because I could do that faster. And I felt like acrylic yarn was the appropriate choice for something like that. And then crochet kind of had this moment, where it became really popular again. Or maybe it always was. I don't really know. But I designed the 6-day kid blanket for my sister's grandson, and I published it on Ravelry, and Ravelry was a brand new thing, and that pattern went viral a couple of times, and I wasn't even paying attention. So that's kind of how I ended up back in the crochet side of things. Hello, Miss Nicole. Happy October 1st. I can't believe it's October. Can you? I hope I can. I don't know if I was really dedicated to my craft, to be honest. I was definitely dedicated to knitting. Like I did the Knitting Guild of America, their Master Knitter level 1 and 2. It was like really important to me to like know everything, and um so I just wanted to keep learning and learning and learning. Um and I always enjoyed designing things, so um I designed for that program, and I took the little vest that I designed to this workshop one time. The workshop was about giving feedback, learning how to give feedback. And I sent that little vest around the circle, and people were just saying the most incredible things about this thing that I had designed. Like, we could really do something with this. Like, I could see a whole line of children's clothing and a whole line of knitting. You're really good at this. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I just thought that was hilarious. I could never see myself doing it. And now here I am, except it's crochet and not knitting. So I don't know. Hi, Amy Bryson. Hi, Amanda Palmer. B says, okay, that needs to go down. I can spot a Betty McKnit project from a mile away. Aw, gorgeous in every yarn, in every color. Oh, thank you. That's so nice for you to say. I do kind of take a lot of pride in my projects being adaptable, that you can make them different ways with different yarn. One thing I almost never do is follow a pattern exactly the way it says to make it. I'm always making adjustments. So I guess that's where that comes from. But you can definitely make a star blanket in pretty much any yarn. Thanks for all the follows. I appreciate it. I found so many beginner projects to be boring because of the single stitch. Yours is so fun, but still beginner friendly. Oh, thank you. Yep, it's definitely a pretty easy project. Very beginner friendly. If you can be patient, you can be patient, stick with it. People don't like reading patterns, and I totally understand why. It can be really confusing. I want to make another top for my sister. That top was so cute. I want to write up a pattern for that. How to make the straps. I had an idea about how to do this, how to do the last round and make it into straps. Crochet the straps right on. It was your idea. I thought that was so cute. This live is a good excuse to stop doing housework. Well, I am happy to enable you. It's all about crochet is back today, and they're saying, hey, I made it to round 7. Well, good for you. Awesome. Okay, well, I just started the next repeat of round 2. So come on, Betty, that's all you did. All I did was stick it on my body. Yeah, but I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought of sticking it on my body. I leave that up to the cool kids. I leave those kinds of cool ideas up to the cool kids. Laziness helps creativity sometimes. Yep, for sure. Okay, and at the end, you should have a skip 2 and slip stitch right into the top of the double crochet 2 together. That was the first repeat of round 2. So we have to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just the same as the star blanket before we can move on to round 7A, which is similar to round 7, but it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to add little points in these valleys. So you're going to have some big points and some little points. And this one is the most like striking of all the 6-day star blankets. It looks so cool. And if you're using yarn like this, like the self-striping yarn, what I like to do with it, like I started this one in the center, and then I'll start the next one on the outside if I can stand to do it, so that the colors go from the outside, you know, they go in reverse order. I hate working from the outside, but you know, I'll have to force myself. Did you finish Blue Star blankets? Yes, I did. I made a TikTok with the last, yeah, I did it on a live the other night. I did finish the blue one on a live. I did not finish the one where I was changing colors on every round on a live. I ended up finishing that off camera. It just was a lot. People were saying that the ends were giving them anxiety, so I just finished it offline. I was hoping to get this one done too, but honestly, if I would have been doing it last month, I would have still been doing scraps, and I'm ready to be done with scraps because that was so many ends. So many ends. Hey, Sunshine Loops, I'm doing the 6-day Supernova. If you click the poll, all the information is there. Okay, so let's go on to round 3, and let me just make sure that I'm reading it properly. Round 3. Slip stitch in the next space. Chain 2. Double crochet 2 together in the same space. Okay, this round is going to be really similar to... Oh, thank you. I have no idea what just happened. It's going to be really similar to the round before it. So there's a double crochet 3 together in the center. Bye-bye, Miss Nicole. Good to see you. You're going to have 1 on each side in this round, and then in each space you're going to do 3 double crochet, and then in each point you're going to do 3 3 3. Okay, so double crochet 3 together, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet 4 times, double 3 3 3 in the peak. Okay, so here I go. And the pattern just tells you to repeat until you get up to the top and do the 3 3 3, and then when you get to the bottom you make a double crochet 3 together in the space before and after the one in the space below. Oh, thank you. It's the little corgi butt. It's the little corgi heart butt, which was my goal. Thank you. Now I have to stop and stretch. Is it okay if I stretch at the end of this round? Y'all remind me that I am going to stretch because I had a goal, a live goal that I just met. How do you keep it so flat? OMG, I'm always just so impressed. I have really loose tension. Just keep the tension nice and loose. I started with a hook 5 millimeters, 0.5 millimeters smaller than the one I'm using. I started with the hook size recommended on the label. And then I went up right around here somewhere. It kind of started curling up. So I just went up a half a hook size. Try to crochet looser. Don't crochet so tight. You don't have to crochet tight. Keep your hands nice and soft and loose. That's healthier for your hands. It's better, you know, for the injuries that you could get from crocheting a lot. Just keep your hands really nice and loose. Bye, Mari. It was wonderful seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Amy Bryson says, I'm tempted to make up a half moon goddess to wear as a belt-ish. I bought a couple of fall dresses this weekend and they need, oh, that would be so pretty. I'm going to make that a free pattern. And then I made two, just on my, what did we do the other night? We did Whip It Good. And I finished, right after Whip It Good, I finished up my last Half Moon Goddess variation. So I've got two variations. And I'm going to make the original version free to the public, but there were a couple little corrections that we made to it, Amy, when we did the crochet along. So I still have to update that. Albie, you're very kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love going live on this platform. It's so fun. I would not probably have any tutorials on my YouTube page if I had to sit here by myself and do it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Woohoo, my yarn is changing colors again. Uh-oh, look what I did. I accidentally made a double crochet 3 together right there. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. Oops. Nobody will ever know, except it'll be on video from now until the end of time. And I guarantee somebody will be like, wait a minute. This is supposed to be 3 double crochet, not double crochet 3 together. It's only supposed to be 1 in this round, not 2. I've been talking too much. It's 3 double crochet in each space. The space before and after the double crochet 3 together in the valley, each has a double crochet 3 together. And then the peak has a 3, 3, 3. What's everybody working on tonight? Anyone doing a supernova with me? I know, Amanda, you said you were. You're supposed to be doing housework. Where's Mr. Andrew tonight? You're a row behind me. All right. A little crochet string of pearls plant hanger for my car. Kind of hard. Well, this little hook. Aw. Hi, Baby Bee. All my patterns are free on my website, bettymcknit.com. This one is the 6-day supernova. I'd watch, but you don't show us how to make this. What are you talking about? I did the whole video last night. I'm going stitch by stitch and row showing every single row. I have a pattern with full instructions. Good grief. I don't know any other creator that crochets the entire project on video for people. Okay, at the end of this round, I'm going to stop and take a break and stretch. I have 2 points to go. Round 3 is great because you can work into the spaces. All the spaces get a 3 double crochet in the same space. The peaks get a 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. And in the bottom valley, in each of these spaces, you do a double crochet 3 together. Whoops. Three double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the peak. The thing that's hard about showing this blanket is it gets really big, and each round takes a long time. By the time you get to the difficult part, which is the round 7A, round 2B, round 2C, all those different rounds that you have to show. By the time you get there to show them, the project is really large, and it takes a long time to go around. So far, this supernova is just exactly like a star blanket. I could just keep repeating rounds 2 through 7 and keep going and going and going. The only difference is just keeps getting bigger, and you have more stitches and more clusters. But it's just all repeat from here. Okay, and at the end of the row, you slip stitch into the top of the double crochet 3 together at the beginning of the round. Anyone that thinks it's okay to come onto my channel and yell at me in all caps and criticize gets the boot. That's just how I do it. That's just not okay. Do you do certain rows and different loops to get a textured look? This time I am. We call that the Ridgy Didge. So if you're talking about this, yes, I did on round 6. I flipped the blanket and I worked front post. So I have a ridge row on alternate sides. This is the oil I use on my hands and arms. It kind of gets everywhere. It's why I have this little doily that I made, which is a mistake something. Can still feel where they took blood the other day. I love the hexagon sweater. Do you have the pattern for sale? Yes, the 6-day hexagon cardigan is free on my site. And you can also purchase the pattern. It's on bettymcknit.com. If you Google 6-day hexagon cardigan, my wrist says Maya. That's my daughter's name. And my other wrist says Teague. That's my son's name. Thank you. Already enough drama. I like your channel. I probably go over the top, but you know, when you have 20,000 people, 25,000 people in a group and they're all going, I can't find the pattern, I can't find it, you know, or wherever on your YouTube channel, and people don't like the way that I do things. I don't feel obligated to make a video of, you know, I don't feel like I'm obligated to present my pattern every single way that people need it to understand. Like, I am really good at writing patterns, and I think I'm really good at teaching people how to do things, you know, and I enjoy engaging with people on lives. My videos aren't the greatest. I don't like them. I don't like making them, but they're there, you know. And then who's going to buy the pattern if I mean, a lot of people already try to not read the pattern because the video is there. They try to just do it from the video, and the video is not the pattern. Michelle says then they need to move on. Yes, they do. Or sometimes they need help, so I helped them. I helped them move on. Okay. Okay, when you stretch your hands, and if you're watching me stretch your hands, I just want you to know that I am hypermobile. So if your fingers don't bend back as far as mine do, don't try to force them back that far. You just, the way that you stretch is you go until you feel slight discomfort, not pain. Never go past a 7. Okay? If 0 is no pain and 10 is pain, just go to a 7, go to the discomfort level, and then hold for approximately 3 breaths at the most. Yeah, the blaster is really great. You can use it anywhere on your body. That one's called a face blaster. It's really meant to be for your face. All right, so I'm going to do this the official pattern way because somebody said they needed to see The patterns, once you learn the basic pattern, you should be able to make most of your stuff with that's true. It's all the same 6 rows. Okay, round 4. So I'm going to do it the way the pattern says. So it says chain 1 and then single crochet in the same space. So then I'm going to take my stitch marker and I'm going to mark the stitch that I just made, which is not the one on your hook, but the one right behind it that you just made. This is not a stitch yet, despite what I might have said in a video one time. This is your chain 1 and that is your slip stitch. So those are not stitches you're going to work single crochet into. This double crochet 3 together, the top of it right here, that is the last stitch that you're going to make a single crochet into, okay? And then you're going to skip this and skip that and slip stitch into the top of the first single crochet, okay? This is the beginning of round 4. That is something that throws people off when they get to round 5 and it's not working out. It's because they got confused down here thinking these 2 guys are stitches, but they're not. Okay, that's my single crochet, and this, I'll mark this also. And you can do that at the end of your round 3 if you want to. Mark your last double crochet 3 together. So that's where my last single crochet is going to go. And then I'm going to have these 2 little loops that could be confused as stitches, and I'm going to slip stitch into there. So you have to skip them. You can't single crochet into them or you will end up with too many stitches. Okay, so you single crochet in every stitch to the top and then you do 3 single crochet in the top. All right, let's see what the pattern says. Okay, it says you should have 16 single crochet on each side of the peak. So if you want to count them from here, we'll count 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I'm good because I'm at the last double crochet 3 together. Bug Booth says, I just made a star blanket for my friend. That's cool. Did you tag me? I want to see it. And Deirdre Brady says, I use the face everywhere. My hands are small, so it's easy for me. Yep. I have the one that's like half of the paddle. And I use that one for like my legs and stomach and back and stuff like that. And then I use the face blaster. I have all kinds of fascia blasters, but those are the 2 that I use. And then 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then it's 16 going down if you like to count. and then 16 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really don't like counting. But if you're somebody that likes counting, the number is 16. And then 3 in the peak. I can't wait for the pink. The pink is next. Thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate it. I'm about halfway. Thanks for following, y'all. Hi. Which pattern is better for a beginner slash intermediate crocheter? The star or the supernova? Well, the supernova isn't difficult. It just has a lot of different rounds, so you have to follow the pattern. The star, I mean, they start off the same. So far, nothing is different about this to make it a supernova. I have the rest of this repeat to finish before we'll start doing supernova things. But I guess I would say it depends on your pattern reading skills. If you're comfortable with reading a pattern, I would say go ahead and try the supernova. If you struggle with that, maybe start with the star. And I don't have videos for the supernova yet, I don't think. My YouTube is a mess. But I would say the star is always a good place to start. And if you get to round 7A and you're like, oh, I can't do this, you can always just continue on as the star. You know, you can just keep repeating. Okay, remember I marked this and I said this is the last stitch of the round. Okay, and now it looks like I have two little guys there. I'm skipping over those. They're not stitches. That's your chain up and it's your slip stitch and your chain up. Those guys don't count. Do a lot of amigurumi and you've made a hexagon cardigan. You can probably do it. Like I said, if you get to round 7A and you go, oh my gosh, I just can't do this, you can take out round 7A and just keep going as a star. Just keep the repeats going. Because this is just the star blanket so far. We have 2 more rounds and then we'll start the first round that is different for the supernova. So you can get this far on the star and then decide you want to go for supernova. All right. I don't know if my sister is here because she said she needed to see round 5. She couldn't get it. I'll give her a chance to pipe up. Yep, she's here. All right. What went wrong with your round 5? Talk to me. The star blanket looks amazing in the baby mandalas. My original pattern had had photos of the baby mandala, and then the lady that had made the blankets and taken the pictures, she and I had a falling out, so I took all our pictures off. But they were beautiful. They were gorgeous. I peaked before the peak. Okay. So we are on round 5, and here is a common mistake that a lot of people make on round 5. You ended the round with a slip stitch. You ended round 4 with a slip stitch. And now on round 5, you begin with a slip stitch. So for whatever reason, people say, oh, I already did a slip stitch. I don't have to do another one. But you have to do a second one at the beginning of round 5. Okay? And then if you messed up this join and you did extra single crochet in places where you shouldn't have, you might also have, that might also be the problem. But if you didn't do that, then you probably forgot to slip stitch at the beginning of round 5. And then you chain 3, and then it should be 15 double crochet this time. So we're going with the number in the parentheses. When you do it the first time, you do the first number, and then on the second repeat and any subsequent repeats, you start with the first number in parentheses. In this case, there's only one number. But if there's a string of numbers, then on the first repeat, it's the first number. On the second repeat, it's the second number. On the third repeat, it's the third number, etc. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many did I say? 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so did you slip stitch at the beginning of the row? Or did you forget? So you slip to join at the end of round 4, and then you have to slip again at the beginning of round 5 because you're moving over 1 stitch. When you do this round, let's say over here, right, you have to skip these 2, 1, 2, okay? But here you're here. You're landing here, so if you're going to skip those 2, you have to move over 1. So just remember at the start of round 5, you have to move over 1 stitch. So there's a slip stitch at the end of round 4 to join the round, and then there's another slip stitch at the beginning of round 5. And then after 15 double crochet, you should be at the peak. And if that's not the answer, send me a photo of it. And then it's 16 double crochet to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, and remember when you get to the bottom, you should always land right here. I don't have it out, but I didn't do anything close to what you're saying. Slip stitches weren't the problem. Why don't you send me a picture of it? Are you on this round 5 or are you on this one? You might be a repeat behind me. Skip 2, 16 double crochet. You took it out. All right. Next time, take a picture of it before you rip it out. How far back did you rip? Stop it. Come on, I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Don't be like that. Trust me, I've seen it all. Well, I lost lost count. This is another reason why I don't like counting. Five in the peak and 16 on each side. Skip 2 in the valley. One, two. Whoops. Five in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 16 to go down. Skip 2 in the bottom. How you doing, Amanda? You keeping up? Or did you go back to washing dishes? Or doing laundry? I can't remember what you said you were doing. Skip 2. Dishes can wait. I did my dishes today. I have a load of laundry in the washer, though. I should put that in the dryer before it starts to stink. I was doing laundry. It's as done as it's going to get. I'm crocheting and watching the Chiefs game. on me watching you. Okay. I don't follow any sports teams, so are they playing football now? It's football season, right? Yeah, it's October. Hockey starts a little later, am I right? Is hockey after football? Thanks for the roses. Here comes the pink. Woohoo! Here comes the pink. These colors are so soft. I get confused the names of the teams. I don't really follow that sports that much. I'm from the Pittsburgh area, so people in my family are Steelers fans. My dad used to have a Steelers bar. So I used to pretend, you can't go to your dad's Steelers bar and then, like, I wasn't really rooting for any team, but you have to be like, you have to be support the Steelers or at least act like you do. I'd rather be crocheting. Skip 2 in the valley. We have several international teachers at work. We had a day we could wear jeans. Teacher asked, "What is the Chiefs?" Then she asked if the jersey I was wearing was my boyfriend's. Yeah, sure. Okay. Almost done. Amy, how far back did you rip out your blanket? Please don't tell me you tore out the whole thing. Only the row 5. Okay, send me a picture. Is it possible you forgot to do double crochet 3 together and you did 3 double crochet instead? In round 3? Okay. Okay, I'm doing the Ridgy Didge, so I'm going to slip stitch by inserting my hook from the back. Okay, before you do this, you have to put the yarn in the front. And then you go from back to front with the hook, and you pull the yarn from front to back. Okay, so it goes through like that. And then I'm going to flip. And this is, and you do that if you want to do the Ridgy Didge. Well, this is the Ridgy Didge. Okay, round 6. I'm going to slip stitch, and then I'm going to have to do my second slip stitch around the front post of the next double crochet and chain 3. And then I'm going to work front post, double crochet, in place of double crochet, and there should be 16 here, chain 3, and then 16 front post double crochet, and then it'll be 5 in the peak. And when you do the 5 in the peak, you just do them into the top of the stitch the regular way. And then going down, it'll be 17. should have been counting for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Skip 2. And then 17 going up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 5 in the peak. Okay, this is round 6. And this is the second repeat of round 6. And this is the last row, the last round before we switch over to the Supernova. So the next round is going to be 7A. So I try to keep all the row numbers to correspond to the original 6-day blanket. So it says 7A. It means it's the single crochet round after the double crochet rounds, but it's going to be a little bit different. So just work the rows, work the rounds in the order that they are given in the pattern. It'll tell you how to do it. Don't overthink and think, well, do I do 7 and then I do 7A? You would have to skip around in order to do that. So don't skip around in the pattern. Just do it in the order that it's given and it'll all work out. The single crochet rows are always going to be row 4 or round 4, row or round 7. The double crochet rows are always going to be row or round 5 and 6. The cluster rows or rounds are always going to be 2 and 3. So I tried to do it that way to make it easy to talk about, easy to, let's see, which stripe do I want to do? I want to do the snowflake effect, so I know I have to change between rows 2 and 3. That works for the 6-day kid blanket, the star blanket, the pocket shawl, the hexagon cardigan, you name it, because all the rounds are and rows are numbered the same to help you with that. I'm doing the Ridgy Didge stripe, so the only difference between the regular blanket and the Ridgy Didge stripe is that you work front post single crochet, or double crochet rather, on round 6. And I'm flipping the blanket to do that. I wanted to have ridges on both sides, and I wanted a blanket that had that was reversible. Okay, let's see if my camera is going to play nice tonight. Woo! I don't believe it. It just came right back. Wow. Yay. It's 17 going up the side, 5 in the peak, and 17 going down. Five in the peak. I'm about halfway around. This is why I haven't completed the tutorials for this, because it takes a long time. Skip 2, 17 front post double crochet to the peak. 5 double crochet in the peak. On the Ridgy Didge row, you work the peak stitches into the top of the stitch and not around the post. "17. Hi, thanks for following. 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty. The Ridgy Didge is really pretty when you change colors on round 6. 17 to go down. I'm almost there. Well, this is the last round that's the same as the star blanket. The next round, we're going to move on to round 7A, and that's where the supernova starts. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little chain loop in the bottom of the valley, and then we're going to start building a little point in the bottom of the valley. And then this star is really spectacular because it has some large points and some small points, and it looks really amazing. The superstar is done the exact same way. It's just that I add we add the extra points way down here so that they're all the same size. And that one looks round. and then 5 in the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost there. Oops. And then finish with a slip stitch in the top of the turning chain, or the starting chain. Okay, so we started here, and we did our setup rounds, and that took us to here. And then we did rows 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. And then we repeated 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and now we're ready for round 7A. And this is where it starts to go into supernova territory. Round 7A, slip stitch. So it starts with a slip stitch. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, 17 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, now we're at the peak. So in this row, we do 3 single crochet in the peak stitch. Okay, normally back here we did 4, but now on this round we're doing 3. This is part of what makes this pattern a little bit more difficult, is because some of these numbers are like, they're very similar, but the rounds are very similar with just slight differences, so it can make it hard to memorize it and keep it straight. Okay, and then 18 single crochet going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then you have these 2 in the bottom that we're going to skip over, and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, skip 2, 18 single crochet. Okay, so we're making that little chain loop there. And then on our next round 2, we're going to make a peak here. So we're going to start having a little peak down in the bottom of the valley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, and 18 going down. This is round 7A. Okay, so we did all our setup rounds. We did round 2 through 7, and then we did rounds 2 through 6 again. And this is 7A. So in the pattern, I give you a little checklist of the rounds that you can check them off as you go. It gives you the exact order. But the pattern is written in the order that you do them. We're going to skip 2 in the valley and chain 3. And then 18. And 3 in the peak. 18 single crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, and then 18. Okay, this is round 7A. Hold on. I only have 17. Oh yeah, because I only have 4 right there. I'm just gonna double up right here so that it'll work out later. See, I was counting that time. I should probably go all the way back to here and double up since the mistake is in the peak. 2 rows down, so I'll put an extra one here. Okay, so I should have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't believe I caught that. I'm usually not counting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I don't recommend you do that unless you can look back at your work and figure out what you did wrong. And if it's wrong on every single peak, then you should probably go back and figure out what you did wrong and fix it and not fudge all the way around. I'm not opposed to fudging, but don't just fix your stitch count when it's off, way off, and you don't have any idea why. It won't help you to just make the stitch count what it should be. Understand your mistake so you can fix it without it throwing anything else off. It should work out correctly every time. People always assume if it's not working out that the pattern is wrong. "18, chain 3, skip 2, and then 18 to the peak." I just had to fudge a stitch too. I missed a stitch probably in the second. You probably did the same thing I did if you were watching me. Hi, thanks for following. Three in the peak. 1, 2, 3. And then 18 going down. chain 3, skip 2, and then 18 going up. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more round after this, and then I'll probably be good for the night. Hopefully my overhead camera holds out. I actually counted in my head this time. I couldn't stop myself. I guess that was for the best on that one because I had missed a stitch. Okay, I'm at my very last valley. It's chain 3 and then you slip stitch to your first single crochet of the round. Okay, so that's round 7A. Okay, round 2A. Here we go. Here's where it starts getting a little cray. Slip stitch 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to start to make another valley right here. So it's chain 2, double crochet 2 together, cluster in the same stitch. Okay, so that's going to be a new valley. This is going to be a new point. This is going to be a new point, and this is going to be a new valley. Then it says skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch 3 times to the top of the mountain. So that's, it says repeat 3 times to the top of the mountain. So that means a total of 4. So that's 1. That's repeat 2. And that's repeat 3. Okay, so you had your join and then 4 slip stitches, chain 2, double crochet 2 together, cluster, skip 2, 3 in the next, 3 double crochet in the next, a total of 4 times. Okay, and then we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the peak. Okay, I'm going super slow on you. This is round 2A, and it's probably the scariest round in the whole project. Okay, now we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, and repeat that 4 times down the side. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. So you should have 4 of them. And then skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Cluster. And then we're going to skip 4 all the way down to here, to this little hole we made here. 3, 3, 3. 3 double crochet. Chain 3, 3 double crochet. Okay, now we're going to skip 4. Now when you count your stitches to skip, start with this one right here. Sometimes it's easy for this to like cover this one up, and you think you want to start with that one, but this is actually 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to make a double crochet 3 together all the way over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double crochet 3 together. Cluster. It means it's not a decrease. All the stitches go into the same stitch. And then we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next up to the peak. Okay, so now you see the supernova starting to take shape. This is going to be a new valley right here, and this is going to be a new peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times, going up the side. And then 3, 3, 3 in the peak. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times. skip 2, double crochet 3 together, and then skip 4, go all the way down to the chain 3 space, 3 3 3, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Skip 4, 1 2 3 4, double crochet 3 together. Make sure you count properly. Don't miss this one. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch 4 times. That should take you to the top of the mountain. Skip 2, 3 3 3 in the peak. Hey Jeannie, they said you inspired me yesterday. Just started my star blanket today. Well, wonderful. I can't wait to see it. Make sure you tag me. Okay, and then we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Okay, keep laying your work down and checking it often. You should have 3 3 3 in the peak, and then 1 2 3 4, and then a cluster. Okay, and then skip 4, go all the way down to this chain space, and we're going to do 3 3 3. 1 2 3, chain 3, 1 2 3. Okay, this is how it should be looking. You should have this little point here. And then this is going to be a new dip. It's going to look kind of sideways at first on this next repeat. But then after that, it's going to look great. Don't even worry about it. This is such a great looking blanket when it's done. It's really, it's the most like dynamic looking of all the 6-day star blankets. My chair is so squeaky. Skip 4, cluster, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, going up 4 times. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together, cluster. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the chain 3 space. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet 3 together. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch 4 times. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 4, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 4, double crochet 3 together. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Total of 4 times. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. I hear some people partying. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times. Thank you, Angel. 2, 3, 4. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 4, 3 double crochet. Chain 3, 3 double crochet. 2, 3, 4, skip 4, double crochet 3 together. Okay, so that's going to be a new peak, and this is going to be a new valley right here. Okay, so these points are going to keep growing, and they're going to be bigger, and these ones are going to keep growing, and they're going to be smaller. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Four times. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 4 times. This is my last peak. skip 2, double crochet 3 together, skip 4, 3, 3, 3 in the chain 3 space. And with slip stitch in the top of the double crochet 3 together at the beginning of the round. All right, there you go. Round 2A of the Superstar. And that's what it should look like. It has these little peaks forming, and then this will be a new valley. So on the next round, we'll have double crochet 3 together clusters in both of these, and then 3, 3, 3 in the peak, and it'll continue like that. You'll have a valley, we'll have new valleys, 2 new valleys, and 7 new peaks. That was about 2.5 hours. I feel like I could do one more round, but I think my overhead's gonna probably die on me. So let me just go ahead and mark this for day 2. I don't honestly really care if I finish in 6 days or not. I probably won't. However, I know that people are interested in how much did you do on each day. So that was my day 1, and this is my day 2. So I feel like I've done a lot. I've done about 2.5 hours each day. That is probably about a minimum. 2 hours, I would say, is a minimum to complete a 6-day star blanket in 6 days. But completing in 6 days is not the goal. I'm taking my time, and I'm trying to show every single stitch for follow along tutorial, crochet along tutorial for later. All right, well, thank you everyone who's been hanging out here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who's working along. And if you're making a star blanket along with me, make sure you tag me at the end of this project. I'm going to choose a couple people who tag me on social to receive a little swag gift from me. I haven't sent the last round of swag gifts out, but I will, I promise. Just takes me a while sometimes, but I promise I will do it. All right, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, everyone, and have a really great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.